A very good morning from the Drayton Manor Resort, where myself and my family have come down for Mother's Day, which is tomorrow, and it just so happens to be the park's opening day for 2025. The big restart they're calling it, and it is a special year for Drayton Manor as they are celebrating 75 years of operation as a theme park. So I'm so happy to be back. The weather's nice and I'm really excited for the day, excited to get back on Gold Rush and the wave. The interim gyro swing here, Maelstrom, which has been a hot topic, the type of ride that it is recently. But yeah, we're here about 45 minutes before park opening, nice and early. But I'm excited to get on park, so I'll see you on there. Tell you what, I think this entrance area has been freshened up a bit, you know. Looks like fresh coat of paint on there. Love to see it. It was that gate that I noticed first, that looks like really fresh. Then I noticed like that was a different colour last year, so happy days, improves the presentation and just looks really fresh and really nice. We're in. They've opened the shutters at 10:15, 10:30 open. Some 75-year celebration flags here, and there's a show on before the rest of the park, so we're being held here for a little bit. But here's Maelstrom. I'll chat a little bit more about a bigger version of this ride coming to this country later on.
You ready for a day?
Here comes the opening show. I think they used to do this back at the turnstiles, but it's a pretty good idea to push it into the park a bit, because we've all been scanned in now. Whee! Roaring there. Yeah, so all these people have been scanned into the park now, and they can just go to a ride when this show's done. So yeah, that wouldn't be the case if we were all waiting outside the park. So happy days.
Oh, come on, you can be louder than that. Are we all ready for the big restart?
We're counting down to the season starting now.
Here we go.
That is a good shout. Can I do this myself? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that wasn't me, by the way, if it's not allowed. It was him. But we're in. Drayton Manor's 75th season has begun. Let's get on some rides, eh? Straight away I've noticed all this paintwork that's taking place around the park. Looking really nice, and the sun is out. The wave is looking beautiful. I'm so excited for that 0G roll again. Say it every time I come here, it's one of my favourite inversions. That 0G roll right there on the wave. It's brilliant. These have all been freshly painted as well. These are green now. Used to be blue with the Drayton Manor logo on. The logo's disappeared, which is unfortunate. Hopefully it can be added back at some point. Oh, here it is. There we go. This is looking really nice. The whole park's been freshened up for its 75th, and that is brilliant. Storm Force 10 there. Don't know if we'll be doing it. Depends if we want to soak in or not, but here's the wave. Refresh for 2024 from Shockwave. I'm excited to get back on, but yeah, the whole park is just looking really nice at the minute with all this freshening up they've done. The wave is open. That's our first ride of the season here at Drayton Manor, and we've come and waited for the front row, a few extra trains. I do hope that one day a second train does get added to this, because it does need it. Will just help out so much. Gold Rush has 2 trains and this doesn't pretty much, but yeah, I'm sure it could come eventually. They have the transfer track stuff here. My only concern is does the brake system support it anymore? Because I'm pretty sure when Shockwave was around, the train used to stop there before making its way through to the offload, but it no longer stops. So who knows? But I suppose it's a good thing it doesn't completely stop. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't completely stop, whereas it used to, but who knows, maybe it's still supported. I'm really excited for this though. I absolutely love the wave. Got some great inversions on there. I'm going to be honest, the loop isn't much, but that 0G roll and the 2 corkscrews are amazing. It's my first front row ride on the wave. I did the front row of Shockwave, but not done the front row since it changed to the sit-down trains. It was a big delay. We sat in the train, we had to get off because they struggled with someone's restraint. I think someone wanted to get off and they couldn't get the restraint. They literally had to take that part of the train apart. They had to take a piece of the train off where the restraint case is to get this restraint open after trying all sorts of tools. So that was a big delay, not really ideal, but it is what it is. It happens, but it was worth it afterwards because, like I say, those 3 inversions are incredible, and the loop as well. You know, I just wish it was a bit more Revolution style loop where they made it a bit steeper when you go around it instead of it being a fully rounded loop. But anyways, our next ride is going to be Air Race. We've got a lot of catching up to do, so we lost a lot of ride time there. Well, apparently Air Race is just closed, so we're not going on Air Race. Should we go on Maelstrom? Anyways, I'm sure we'll get on Air Race later, but the wave, happy days. It's just a shame about that delay, but it's quite busy. Look at the park. Busy opening day, everyone's come out in the sunshine, so I think we're going to try and get on Maelstrom and then have some dinner. And I said that I had a lot to say about Maelstrom and the type of ride that it is earlier on. This is an Intamin gyro swing and Pleasure Beach. Oh, you're joking. I'm going to continue on saying the Pleasure Beach getting an Intamin gyro swing basically. It's going to be double the size of this. So yeah, if you're a little bit scared and you've not been on the ones abroad like Loki, and I think there's one in Finland and Denmark as well, come to Drayton Manor, get prepared. If it opens, that is. But yeah, speaking of Pleasure Beach, it seems like it's the only park in the country that's had a good opening day this year, because we've not been to Towers and Thorpe yet, but don't believe they didn't really have the best of opening days. Pleasure Beach was amazing. And Drayton Manor today, we've just had that big delay and tried to go on 2 flat rides and none of them were open, but here's what it is. But it's been successful either way. It's busy, but I think we're going to go straight for dinner and hopefully things pick up. The Burger Kitchen only opens at 12 I think, and it's 20 to 12, so we're going to attempt to ride on Gold Rush. We do this, please go on Jolly Buccaneer ride, if not, Bounty. There's a Rory show on. Let's attempt to ride, but oh, Accelerator's running. But there's a 70, oh that stage is looking nice. 75 years. You're joking? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Should we just stand and watch the show? There we go. The guys from the opening show.
Wow, well done.
Not to jinx it, but there's people sat on the Gold Rush train. So we might get on it. That's our next ride attempt before dinner. Hey, it's moving. Plot twist. This train they've just sent as a test train. No, it isn't. I'm joking. There's people on it. There's people on it. Don't think the haunting's open. Yeah, I'll see what happens. Well, let's have it then. Gold Rush. Excited for this. Did loads of riders on this on a visit in the Christmas event. Don't think we'll get that many done today because it is significantly bigger, but busier, sorry. But I love this ride. Great investment for Drayton Manor last year. It's Flying Dutchman. They actually took this ride down and apart in the winter. I don't think it's back open for this year yet, but I imagine they've refurbished it and it'll be back in a couple of weeks. But let's go on Gold Rush, the park's newest roller coaster, which was new for 2024. Really enjoyed that go on Gold Rush, the backwards bit being my favourite part of that ride. And we have Cycle 2 to look forward to, which I imagine is still changing after 2 PM, so excited for that. It has a second train as well, which makes a big difference. But yeah, happy days with Gold Rush. Great investment, great soundtrack, great theming. Just a great little coaster for the whole family really, but it's time for dinner. I'm walking ahead to get in queue. Time to do a ride here at Drayton Manor for the first time. Just done dinner, was about to go on Jolly Buccaneer. Spotted that the Dodgems Ahoy they're called here. I walk on, and I've never done these before, so I thought, why not? Let's give them a ride. It's just the Dodgems at the end of the day, but why not give them a go? So we've done them. I've got the old logo on the front of all the cars, so that's nice. Nostalgic, but who knows, they could update them, I don't know. But I'm excited for Dodgems, like, give them a go. Left-footed pedal, that's going to feel weird. Enjoyed going on Dodgems Ahoy there. I've always wanted to experience driving on the other side of the road, on the left instead of the right, overseas, and I got a little taster of that there, because the pedals and the wheels, the steering wheels, were on the left of the Dodgems, so fun. Yeah, I had to bump into the back of Danielle to get her going, and then she was alright after that, but really fun, long cycle on there as well. You got to drive around there for quite a while.
You do get stuck quite often though, to be
yeah,
fair.
yeah, must be a pretty old Dodgems, especially with the old logo on there, so it's what it is, but enjoyed it. Glad I've done it for the first time, but time for Jolly Buccaneer. Nice little family flat ride. Let's go on Sheriff Showdown. Well, we already are on Sheriff Showdown, but let's get a bonus. Not yet, yeah, in this big room. But did this for the first time. Oh, the focus is awful. Did this for the first time last year. Enjoyed it. That's not good, is it? No bonuses for me mum. Bonus! There you go, you shoot that man for a bonus. I think the yellow lights give you a bonus, then the red ones are just normal. So, it's an alright little dark ride this, I do enjoy it. Oh, there we go, let's get this bonus inside the bog. Time for our Accelerator, which is open. Become the family boomerang. There it goes. Alright then, the Flying Dutchman is in fact open. I was saying earlier, obviously it was in bits in the winter, obviously got stripped down for maintenance, and it's back. Open for ready for the start of the season, so that's good. Just come into Vikings, and Danielle, whilst we were having dinner, checked the ride availability page, and Thor, along with this Zamperla disco here, along with Troublesome Trucks in Thomasland, is on there as not open, so it's one of them things really, isn't it? Not ready for the season yet. Troublesome Trucks is a shame though, because I'm sure that opens in February half term with the Thomasland event, and obviously it opens for Christmas, so it's a shame that that's obviously caused it to not be ready for the main season. But for Thor, it is what it is, understandable. Not everything's going to be like 100% ready, but it's a decent little disco ride this for when it's back. But yeah, like the platforms are like down there, that's supposed to be up for when people walking on and off it. But anyways, just thought I'd get that in there in case we don't go to Thomasland later and show Troublesome Trucks. Foreign Troublesome Trucks, they are on the ride availability page at the end of the day, which you can check before you visit. But I think we are all going to go on Loki now. Not the gyro swing Loki though, this Loki. Enjoyed Loki there. We was going to do Jormungandr, I think it's pronounced, but it did go down. There's something about this park and its atmosphere that I really like. I don't even know exactly what it is, but I'm just enjoying it today. The weather's nice as well. It's a busy day at the park and there's a nice atmosphere. It is having the odd sort of ride breakdown, obviously, as of every other park in the country on its opening day so far this season, so it is what it is. It's just one of them things, it happens. I think we're going to go on the wave again next. Made our way over to Adventure Cove. Might as well give wave another go, and then we'll head on to Air Race and Maelstrom, two amazing flat rides in this area. We are in fact going to do Air Race first. Wouldn't it be good if Skyforce got replaced with one of these, because it's a really good flat ride and you don't have to control it yourself. Alright then, time for Maelstrom, the intimate gyro swing. Took us long enough to get on it, or get round to doing it today. I'm really excited for this flat ride because it's amazing, and it of course gives us a taster of what we are to expect for Blackpool Pleasure Beach's new ride next year, which will be bigger than this, and it won't have OTSRs, it will have lap bars, which is really exciting. But for now, let's go on Maelstrom. Love this. We are in for an absolute treat when an upscaled version of that comes to the UK, because that is amazing in itself. Really good ride, one of the best here at Drayton Manor, one of the best flat rides in the country. Anyway, while we're still in this area of the park, we're going to have another go on air race and the wave before we head all around to the other area of the park where Gold Rush is. I might have a go on Jormungandr if it's reopened as well, if that's how you pronounce it. Let's go on Jormungandr! We didn't do it earlier. Basically, Accelerator's just gone down. Was about to do that on the other end of the park. We did do air race, the wave and the Maelstrom again. So fun times, but let's have a go on this. Jake is waving at the camera. Shout out Jake from Off the Tracks / Theme Park Jake back in the day operating here, and massive shout out to Jack on the Accelerator as well. Bunch of legends. I don't remember Jormungandr, or however you say it, being that uncomfortable. Like back seat after that. Yeah, like just plastic seats, honestly.
That wasn't uncomfortable.
Got crushed by my dad on one of the corners as well. But yeah, it's a fun little ride. I say little, it's probably the longest powered coaster in the country out of all of them, because it only needs to do one lap. Because it's so long. The others are like 2 or 3 lap specials, aren't they? Like Flying Fish, Rhombus Rocket, Runaway Mine Train, all that. But yeah, nice to see Jake as well. What are you doing in the south, he says. Quite rude, isn't it? But we're going back up north in half an hour anyway, because park closes in half an hour basically. I'm going the wrong way. I think we're going to Gold Rush again.
On you.
But, oh, hi Jake. He's there. We're just talking about you. Anywho though, final ride's in. They seem like Accelerator back open, to be fair. So that's good. I think we're into Gold Rush. We might have another go on Accelerator before we go home. If time allows to do that. All being well, our last ride of the day is going to be the wave, because Gold Rush broke. So I didn't want to chance it. We want to get our last ride in at the end of the day. So here we go. It's quite enough a little bit towards the end of the day. Still plenty of people have stayed around, but let's have one last go on the wave before making our way out and home from this amazing day, opening day at Drayton Manor. Alright then, last ride on the wave done, and that brings us to the end of today at Drayton Manor opening day. It's been a really nice day, really nice to be back. Good atmosphere on park, quite busy. I think they did reduce tickets for today for the big restart, and then just a couple quid cheaper than the rest of the season pretty much. That's definitely worked out well for them. There's obviously been the issues here and there with ride reliability and stuff, but it's to be expected on an open day, and like I say, that has happened at literally every other park in the UK this season, so it's what it is. But what I will say is every ride that did break down, the engineers were on site pretty much straight away, and it really did not take long for them to get that ride back up and running. So big up the engineers who were on park today, because yeah, a lot of stuff malfunctioned and they managed to fix it pretty much straight away. Like when Accelerator was down earlier when we were about to do it but didn't, like by the time we'd got to our next ride that we left Accelerator for, it was back up and running again, so we might as well have stayed, you know. So really good for from the engineering team. Operations, obviously there's a lot of training going on, but they're, you know, still quick enough to keep stuff moving the best they can with the capacity the ride's on. The staff are just friendly here, man. It's so friendly, and that's part of why I love it, to be honest. Such a friendly park. Obviously I have friends that work here as well as the ones I mentioned earlier, but as well as those, like, yeah, just the staff here are very friendly. I enjoy the rides. There's rides here for the whole family. There's a few rides that are a bit more thrilling than that, like the wave and Maelstrom and air race and stuff. So there we have it. We've had a really good time at Drayton Manor opening day for 2025. Sure, 2025 is going to be a good season for them based off of today. I'm excited to be back in a month or two. So until then, thank you very much for watching from here at Drayton Manor Resort. Check out the screen to see more, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be.